I'm Kaylee, and today I'm talking about how I create an emotional hook to keep people coming back to watch my content. I started thinking about this over the last year and kind of wondering, what is it really that keeps people coming back to watch more videos? And I started examining other aspects of my life where people just seem to keep coming back for years and years and years. And I started thinking, well, I'm glad that they're here, but why is that? What is the attraction? What is the hook, that emotional hook that keeps people coming back? Because, I can't just accept good blessings in my life. I have to analyze them. That analytical brain of mine just kind of rolls around some ideas until I think I've figured something out. And so I thought I would share with you guys some of these thoughts that have been rolling around in my brain. Before we dive into it all, though, I'm going to reach back here to our Booktuber Shoutout book, and we're going to shout out somebody randomly. Today's shout out goes to Book Zealots. I will leave a link to their channel in the description. Be sure to go over and subscribe to them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. And of course, follow me over on Goodreads and Instagram and Storygraph and all the places. Many of you may know that I'm actually a piano teacher, and I started noticing that a lot of my students just keep coming back year after year for their piano lessons. And I've actually had students that I have taught for 10 years. I have seen this kid grow up from second grade all the way to be a senior in high school. That's one of the blessings of being a piano teacher. Most teachers, you have a kid for 1 year and then off they go to the next grade and you never really see them again, or at least you never teach them again. But I'm very blessed that I get kids that I just get to see them grow up over years and years and years of teaching. And it's really fun to just see them develop into the person that they're gonna be. But it got me to thinking, why do people stick with it for so long? And then I started noticing subscribers on my channel that have been subscribed for years and years and years and commenting for years and years. And just what is it that keeps people coming back? And of course, it is the emotional hook. Most people make their decisions based on how it makes them feel. And if it makes them feel good and it's happy, positive emotions that are associated with whatever that it is, they keep coming back for more. I've kind of thought about it and decided that in both my piano business and here on YouTube, there are two things that keep people coming back for more lessons and more content. The first one is the good education that they get. There's good, informative content that has information that they want. And the second one is the emotional hook, the way that they feel when they interact with me. So the need for more information brings them in, and then the emotional hook keeps them coming back. And these are really things that I've been doing for years without realizing it. I just want people to feel welcome and get some good information. But it's really just been this past year that I started to really define and analyze the emotional narrative that I'm presenting to people. So with my piano students and their parents, I create an emotional narrative around their piano lessons. And that narrative is, your child is succeeding. You are talented. You have skills and intelligence. Well done, you. Music is enjoyable. You are good at music. And you belong in a community of musicians. And I think that I do that with Booktube as well. I may not say those exact words, but this is the emotional undercurrent of pretty much every video that I do. You are a good reader. You are smart because you like to read. Anything that you read has value and worth. Well done, you! Reading is enjoyable, and you belong to a community of readers. The words "you belong" are incredibly powerful. And again, I may not use those exact words, but these are the underlying attitudes, both in my business and in my social media content. And it's nice to have a positive emotional narrative, but you also have to have good quality education and good quality content. People appreciate getting something good in return for their time or their money. And I feel like these two things, just having good information and a positive emotional narrative, those two things can be applied to almost anything, any business, any relationship. First, you give people the tools to succeed, and then you cheer them on. I think a lot of the time with an emotional hook, we think of like advertisements where people are laughing and eating Doritos or using the product or driving the car or whatever it is. And the advertisers are trying to reach you emotionally to say, if you drive that car and if you eat that food and if you shop here and you wear those clothes, you will be happy, like the happy smiling people in this commercial. They are trying to use emotions to manipulate you into doing what they want. But the emotional narrative that I'm talking about is not trying to fool people or trick people. It's simply saying, if you walk into this space with me, this is the atmosphere that I have created, and you are welcome to walk with me in the direction that I'm going. So those are just some of my thoughts about emotional narratives that maybe we don't even realize that we're putting out there in the world. When you put out that vibe that you are welcoming and kind and positive and you want to see people succeed, you want to cheer them on, and that you recognize how awesome they are, then people are going to respond positively to that positive atmosphere. I've seen it happen with my students, and I've seen it happen here on YouTube. And I'm just so glad that there are so many people who have walked into that space and said, yes, ooh, this sounds lovely. Let's walk along this path together. And we've been able to create an amazing community of readers. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.